Yo, 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 yo. Before I get fully started on this topic, I have to praise Sean Garcia, and I need a lot of you guys to take notes for Sean Garcia. Sean Garcia is Ryan Garcia's little brother. Ryan Garcia made some extremely hateful statements. Do you understand? Some extremely hateful statements towards a specific group. Can't nobody tell that group how they should feel about those statements. And I see in my comments a lot that some of you guys like, oh, it's not that serious, it's not that, but you have no voice and no say to how someone else should feel for something that they're affected by. That's as sensitive as what Ryan Garcia said. I need you guys to understand that. And the reason why I bring up Sean Garcia, because Sean Garcia understands to the extent that that was so impactful in a negative way that even he has to separate himself from his brother, blocking him from even coming to his event. You don't get the wrong impression on the type of content that I create. You understand? Not only do I fully embrace the African race of my culture being Boricua, even down to the belief systems, but I also have black in my family. My blood brother is black. So when you guys say these ignorant stuff in my comments, I take offense to that. And I need you guys to understand that. There's groups that are affected by this, and we have no voice, no say to say that they don't have no right to feel this way. My only take is when it's not applied all the way around. That's my only take. Because I just don't want the one needs the main attention for this punishment is Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Because he took it to a level where it just took all the attention, so we need to apply that same attention towards his punishment. I need you guys to understand that regardless if, he's being Christian, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But what he said affected a lot of people. But my take is, I just want to make sure that we could kill racism as a whole. You know what I'm saying? So after Ryan Garcia, we could say, okay, now, even if we have to start fresh, now can we just make sure we stay on top of those that want to start bringing up race and even nationalities? Let's make sure we nip it in the bud before it goes any further and hold these people accountable during the process of this taking place. This is not a message to Haney fans. This is a message to the people that may have the wrong impression of what my channel is about. Because like I tell you, I don't accept no form of racism on my channel. And I need you guys to understand, when you guys say things like, oh, it's not that serious, that's very ignorant. Because we have no, like, when Bernard Hopkins grabbed the Puerto Rican flag and slammed it on the floor, I'll be dang if somebody came to me and told me that I shouldn't feel no type of way about that. Because he has no say to say how much that affected me. So even Puerto Rican, if you Latino in general, whatever you are, white, we have no say. Jews have no say on how a specific group should feel for something that affected them to the extent of how sensitive that topic is. Understand? Because that means if that was the case, then my takes wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. Because I'm over here saying that, you can't tell me how to feel about a situation that affected me. So it has to apply all the way around. And those of you guys that are watching that may have the wrong impression of what my channel's about, you have to understand that this is the channel that we don't accept any type of racism. We shouldn't be here saying how they should feel or not. Now, when I cover certain, and I want to rush into the Sean Garcia thing, but I just want to make this clear before I go, because I want you guys to understand that this was so impactful in a negative way that even Sean Garcia himself had to separate himself. So if his brother could separate himself, then you guys can detach as well. And it doesn't mean that you could care any less from him as a human, as a spiritual individual. You can still care for him like, damn, because he's human. But you also got to allow him to take accountability and allow the punishment to take place for what he said and what he's done. We can't baby him. That's not how this works. I show you different perspectives. Like Sean Porter, I felt like that was inspiring because him being a black man, being able to handle it the way he is, through his faith, is inspiring, right? But that doesn't take away from the people it did affect. Do you understand that? With Kid Alston, I found that pretty amusing. It was funny, but not in a good way. It wasn't me laughing with him. It was me laughing at him because it was really clownish. I compared it even to how some of Charleston White's take is. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted. And Bill Haney, when I covered Bill Haney, it's just to show you a different perspective, and everything kind of relates to boxing because I related to him saying, okay, he might feel a little guilty because of he knowing that his son comes overweight in a lot of his fights, and you know everybody got skeletons in their closet. He understands, but make no mistake, the level that Ryan Garcia took with his racism is unacceptable and is no excuse for it. And my take is only to, after we're done putting our attention towards Ryan Garcia and making sure he gets his punishment that he deserves, that we also nip it in the bud for everyone else so we could prevent it from happening again, or having people think that they could keep doing it until it gets out of control like it happened with Ryan Garcia. Because it has happened in the past with not only blacks but also with brown and also with white. So we have to hold everyone accountable. We can't pick and choose. That's just my take. However, please don't think that my take is to take away from the punishment that Ryan Garcia rightfully deserves. All right, now moving on. I just want to make that clear because I see some comments and it's still low-key racist. And I need y'all to understand, like, it's cool that you Latino, but it don't mean that you have the right to be racist or allowed to point the finger and say that they shouldn't feel no certain type of way, that they shouldn't be so sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a sensitive topic. They have every right to be sensitive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my takes is because I just say, like, I'm surprised that a lot of people don't find it so sensitive. They're not so sensitive about it. So there are people here that don't find it so sensitive. Don't let that take away from its punishment, though. All right? Moving on. This is why I respect Sean Garcia. And Sean Garcia, you could tell that this affected him so much because during this process, he came overweight, right? And after he came overweight, he was able to do a rehydration clause. And he came back being able to make weight for the rehydration clause, which is inspiring because he has to deal with a lot of his brother's BS behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? I don't approve of Devin Haney doing it too. But don't forget that Ryan Garcia took it to an extent where it was very disturbing to another extent. There's no comparing it. However, racism, I get it. And that's my take too. But this needs the full attention right now. And then we can move on. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure that people don't forget that it's taking place all the way around. You know what I'm saying? However, his level of racism needs the full attention for his punishment. And Sean Garcia, to the extent that Sean Garcia has to separate himself, and he probably couldn't even get focused on the process. Sean Garcia is not even being able to get focused on the process that he comes overweight and looks like the apple don't fall far from the tree, because then he's over 3 pounds. Do you see what I'm saying? But now they had the rehydration clause, and I feel like he was able to gather his thoughts. He was like, you know what? My brother's not coming. Everything's good. This is not about him no more. This is about me and my journey. You know what I'm saying? I don't approve what he's done, but I made weight. And I want to give him a round of applause for that, because it has to be difficult being in his shoes right now. Dealing with the backlash of his brother while having a big fight ahead of him and trying to stay focused for it. So let me show you the video. I just had to go on that. I just needed to go on that because I want to make sure that you guys don't get the wrong impression of my channel. I don't accept no form of racism on this channel whatsoever, especially towards black, because that's a part of my family. Do you understand that? My family's pretty diverse, so I gotta make sure that I'm fair in each ways. And when I start seeing it going a little bit to another, I gotta bring it right back to reality, pa. You know what I'm saying? I only want to make sure that we have a balance. A lot of you guys are trying to have it like this, though. And that's not how we're going to get down over here, pa. So this might not be the channel for you. However, it's still all love. You just got to come correct. This right here is truly inspiring. I was happy to witness this by Sean being the brother of Ryan Garcia. You understand? He had to go through this, like I said, with his brother, and here it goes. 8.1. 148.1.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you, sir. And I think that's beautiful. I know deep inside, even the claps. I know deep inside you probably wanted to break down and cry like, dang. I'm all attention is on me because of my brother, but now I'm looked at like I'm a part of my brother's thing. And mind you, he hasn't been around his brother for a long time. They spoke about it. He was like, yo, come home. But then after that happened, he's like, nah, don't even come. Don't come, bro. You slipped up. Bad. That's not even a slip. It says here, today we had to weigh in for the rehydration clause, which meant Sean Sugar Rush couldn't weigh in more than 148. Sean got on the scale at noon and weighed in exactly 148.1 pounds. Let's go. Yeah. So, big shout out to Sean Garcia for this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't easy, I'm sure, being in his shoes. But, again, I want to remind y'all that it ain't easy being a black individual from America dealing with a lot of that adversity. Trust me, I was frontline fighting. And a lot of Latinos, too. You know what I'm saying? I went through a lot of systematic injustice with racism. I have a crazy testimony about it. So when I hear you guys, and I shared it with a lot of my boys, and they happen to be black too. So when I hear you guys say some of these things, I need you guys to understand that I'm not the person for you to have, like, you don't think that we're going to talk here about black people, because you're in the wrong channel, pa. I would not tolerate that. And I want to give a shout out to all my black brothers and sisters, and I hope that you don't take this, that you haven't never took any of my stuff to a different thing, because that's not what my channel is about. And you could see it through my history. Not just on, I don't just say this for the YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm really do this, not just for the community, for the youth in the schools. So when I see other people say these type of comments, please don't be that bad apple. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to send a message of equality. And a lot of you guys are making this really imbalanced. So please, let's have a balance. It's all about spreading love to all cultures, all nations, all people. That's what I represent. Okay? What you represent and how you feel about black people maybe, or white people, whatever, that has nothing to do with me. All right? You already know what's up. This is the universal favorite to fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creations. I love y'all. Toma. Let's be respectful, all right? You already know what's up. Peace.